Nana mute cheyamma. Mute cheyamma. Om Sahana Vavado Sahano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Chinmayam Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Having saluted Guru Parampara, Vedavyasa Bhagavan, Guru Tattva, now we'll continue our study of Vidura Neethi, second chapter. Few mantras already we have seen. So, yesterday we were seeing this mantra. Amma mute cheyala. Somebody else do na. I have to get up. Thank you. Yesterday we saw an example given of the cow. Bhuyam samlavate klesham ya gaur bhavati durduha athaya suduha rajana naivatam vitudantyapi. What a beautiful thought. Even if it's a cow, most shrestha animal, sattvika, if it doesn't give the milk, the respect or value importance given to is reduced. On the other hand, though the cow is just very young in its age, but when it starts giving milk and becoming useful, nobody even tries to harm it even little bit. No, the thought is simple, but its consequences are so many. What is that? As long as we are useful for the world society, so long only are we are valued or given importance. The moment when the world discovers, knows that we are only selfish, we are depending on the world, we are liability to the world, we are not contributing any way to the world, then world discovers us to be redundant, and slowly selects and deletes us or discards. And in this huge dynamic world of continued activities, you know, where the whole cosmos, universe with so many planetary systems, all of them, and the variety of living beings that are there, mind you, you and I are also part of that, given a chance to play our role, participate as best as we can, the role whatever is given. And always the attitude is should be of what I can contribute to, that much. The single thought which will totally transform our personality from miserable to happy, from non-spiritual to spiritual is only one thought: how best I can contribute to the world. Conscious when we are of this thought, not that what I am getting from the world, but how best I can contribute to the world. That itself is the greatest leap in our life's transformation as well as evolution. And that privilege, that capacity, that ability is given to the human being, not only to become contributor, but he can increase his abilities, he can increase his capacities, strengths, and all. He can become bigger way contributor also to the world. And obviously, the highest contribution to the world is only in the establishing of the tattva and guiding all the jivas towards that. Apart from that, at any other level, wherever we can be able to contribute to the world, if we can do it genuinely, seriously, then we are really helping ourselves. And such person is always respected and welcomed by the society. He is like a cow which is yielding the milk. The other fellow is not doing that, only consuming the food of the world. He is like a buffalo. He will be selected and deleted. That is the meaning of this. Athaya suduha rajan naivatam vidutantya. Then, in whatever the level we are, Every one of us definitely have some or the other talents or resources, capacities with which we can be contributors to world. If nothing is there, sit at one place and close your eyes and do the japa upasana puja in a manner and pray to the Lord. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, asatoma sadgama. All these mantras, all these chantings with the meaning, with bhava, also is our greatest service. Because even though the Lord is taking care of the world, when you and I pray to Him, it compels Him to do thus taking care of the world more quickly and more elaborately. Bhagavan anyway takes care. He doesn't need somebody's recommendation. And yet, when you and I are relentlessly praying to Him, that prayer puts an urgency in Him with which He takes care. More quickly, more efficiently. You can see its result more beautiful. That is why even that becomes a seva to the world. Today's Gurudev Jayanti is celebrated as Seva Day. August 3 as sadhana day. So let that sevaka in us take position. And even the study also is seva. Swadhyayam, dhyanam, sarvam bhagavat sevartham only. Puja Gurudev, he lived only the life of service throughout. He only just said at their own service, at the service of the Lord, in the service of the Guru Tattva, in the service of Shastra at the feet of the Lord. This is how entire life he lived. So that way the shloka says that be a contributor wherever you are. You are welcomed. At home, in the friend circle, in your clubs, in the society, in your organizations, jahan bhi raho, what I can give, what I can give. And another thoughts are give the best. Give for the best. है ना, डोंट मेक वट एवर यू आर डूइंग हाफ हार्टेड. करना है तो फिर जम के दबा के अच्छी तरह से करना है, फिर वो फिर अलग बात. ठीक है. नाउ कम्स यदा यदा तप्तं प्रणमत न तत् समनयम समनमयन्त्यपि यच्च स्वयं न तं दारु न तत् संतापयन्त्यपि. वंडरफुल. यत् अतप्तं प्रणमति न तत् समनमयन्ति अपि. Something which is already bent, it is used according to its bending. It is not exposed to some tapa or the heat, etc., and beaten left and right to make it bend. On the other hand, yacha swayam natam daru natat santapayanti api. That means what? Hmm? If that's not, it is not properly fitting wherever it has to fit, then it is heated and beaten and made to become fit. Means what? Whether the world is giving a tapa to us, whether the Lord is giving the tapa to us, it is only to make us straightened. If by virtue of our own maturity we live our life fully straight with all the knowledge, then nobody will give a tapa to make us straight. Such an interesting thought. You see that? Ultimately, we have to be straight in the world. What is the straight in the world? Wherever we are, we have to be fit there to serve the world. नहीं तो हमको ताप मिलता है, हमको ऐसे गरम करके मार मार के पीट पीट के वहां फिट कराते हैं. One meaning is that. Second is what? Main focus here is about bending. Self bend will not be bent by others. If not, others will bend. And always we have to bend in front of the world for every reason. Because everything the world is giving us, it is supporting us, sustaining us. तो क्या है, क्यों ना हम जगत के सामने, भगवान के सामने एक humbly झुककर प्रणाम ना करें. You have to do. That helps us. So here, whether Duryodhana or Dhritarashtra were not bending in front of either the seniors like Bhishma Drona, nor in front of the Lord like Krishna, nor in front of the wise people like Vidura Adi, nor in front of the Pandavas or their goodness, nor for Dharma. Nowhere they want to bend. They are so erect, strong, arrogant fellows. In life, the only two things, the moldability and then bendability, are the ones which help the God and Guru to mold and bend us and make us fit. The ones who are so rigid and not flexible in their life will never grow. whether it is an individual or an organization or even a huge civilizations. What is the only reason because of which Sanatana Dharma goes on sustaining? Because we are flexible, we are bend, we accept. But the other civilizations, the Egypt, the Mesopotamia, whatever they came, कहाँ हैं वो लोग? वो रहेंगे नहीं, वो जब स्टिफ होता है ना, उसको निकाल के फेंक देते हैं. So whether it is a total or individual, let us be ready to be let us be ready with flexibility to be able to get bent by the Guru. Before that, much better is what we ourselves, when we bend by ourselves, it becomes easy for them to mold us. Bending and molding. Bending is our surrender and shraddha. Molding is therefore giving them chance to teach us, to direct us, to guide us. All the guide and direction teacher, our teaching of the teacher is should be an order to us. Like today we chanted in our Taittiriya Upanishad, Esha Adeshaha, Esha Upadeshaha, Esha Vedopanishat, Etadanuशासनम् एव उपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम्. These five things, एष आदेशः, एष उपदेशः, एष वेदोपनिषत्, एतदुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम्. What I told you has these five strong pillars. This is my order, this is my teaching, this is what the essence of all the Vedas, this is what going to help you. This is how the Guru molds us if we ourselves bend in front of. The biggest, toughest thing is we don't want to bend. This is what we studied, if you remember, 1.5, 2 years back, very vaguely. The first and foremost thing which helps us grow spiritually, which is very essential, is our readiness to change. Now remember, from whatever number of years, just how many of the satsangas, gurus we have visited and heard, the question is how much have we ourselves consciously put ourselves to change? The biggest problem for us is we are ready to listen to Shastra, ready to understand it, even talk about it everywhere. Even we may help the organization, the Guru, even the Shastra Prachara. But the basic thing we always try to escape evade is our readiness to change from ourselves within. Then when I myself don't change, how can the Shastra or the Guru or Satsanga help me to evolve? दिस द पावर ऑफ ईगो एंड पावर ऑफ माया कि सब करने को अलाउ करता है लेकिन खुद को बदलने को नहीं करता. वही हमारा चैलेंज होता है. एंड व्हाट इज द यूज इफ आई डोंट चेंज माई सेल्फ फ्रॉम संसारी टू द साधक? व्हाट इज यूज ऑफ ऑल स्टडी ऑफ शास्त्र एंड वेदांत? क्या फायदा? कोई फायदा ही नहीं. So that is the meaning of this. And the another pahalu is what? We can never claim to be egoistic for any great achievements also of ours, because all these are given to us by Bhagavan only. Therefore, कुछ पाने के लिए बेंट रहना है, कुछ खोने से बचने के लिए भी बेंट रहना है, और जो क्या कहते हैं, एक्सप्रेसिंग अवर ग्रैटिट्यूड के लिए भी हमें बेंट रहना है, क्योंकि वी आर ऑलवेज गिवन बाय द गॉड एंड गुरु ओनली. To get something, not to lose something, and to evolve in life, we have to always bend. Bend means humble, serving, surrender. And nothing belongs to us. And remember, like Ravanadi, more tapasya, more ego. More boons, more ego. More ego, more desire. More desire, more atrocities. More atrocities, more and more curses. See, yesterday, the Nalakubara has cursed him. Day before yesterday, you have seen that the other one cursed him. The other day, somebody else cursed him. Anaranya has cursed him. Then that Sita Mata's the earlier life, she also Vedavati cursed him. Everybody, because of the going out of track. Why? Because of only one thing, arrogance, ego. That this shloka is so beautiful. Yat ataptam pranamati, bina garam kiye jo jhukta hai, means without being tortured or troubled or punished. If somebody is humble by practice, by nature, natatsam namayantyapi, nobody will force him to bend. Yacha swayam natam daru, the stick when it is by itself is bent. Natat santapayantapi, it is not unnecessarily exposed to the heat. इन आर्मी ना खड़े होने को कहते हैं, लेकिन यस सर जी सर करके झुकाते भी है वहां. नाउ वन मोर श्लोक. एतयोपमया धीरः सन्नमेत बलीयसे इंद्राय न प्रणमते नमते यो बलीयसे. So etaya upamaya. With this example of the bent rod or anything, dhiraha, the dhira purusha means the wise person, sannameta baliyase, should always bend in front of the one who is balavan than us. Then his bala comes to help us. You stand erect and try to fight with the balavan or don't bend or oppose him, that bala will crush us down. And the Sannamate to each of the bala is in different way by obeying those disciplines. Now, Indraya sa pranamate namate yo baliyase. This is a very subtle thought. Whoever is saluting and bending in front of any balavana is bending in front of Indra only. Indra means the Lord. Because the Lord alone is in the form of every balavan. Balam balvatam asmik ramaraga vivarjitam, he said. Yadyad vibhutimat sattvam shrimat urjitam eva Tattadevavagachatvam mama tejamsha sambhavam. So here the Pandavas are Daivi Bala Sampanna, Dharmika Bala Sampanna. You, your children are not so, therefore you must bend in front. That is the idea Vidura is saying. And never ever feel any type of ego or anything when you have to bend before the higher, greater people. Don't bend in front of the Rakshasas. Don't bend in front of the negative quality people. That it goes without saying. यहाँ बता रहे वेन माता है, पिता है, इस सोसाइटी में एक पद में है, धनवान है, आपके ऑफिसर है, सदगुरु महाराज है, परमात्मा है, इन सब के सामने प्रकृति है, माया शक्ति है. You can't ladder with Maya Shakti directly. You have to worship her only as Jagan Mata. Only when you worship the Jagan Mata, the Maya Shakti, that she stops her infinite bhava and negative effect of it. Thus, she makes the way clear for us to reach to Narayana. Therefore, the Dhira Purusha, Dhirata is to know where and how to bend and actually bend also. मजेदार बात है. जीवन में झुकते रहना, ठीक होते जाओगे. फिर पर्जन्य नाथा पशवः राजानो मंत्री बांधवाः पतयो बांधवाः स्त्रीणाम ब्राह्मणा वेद बांधवाः. अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग श्लोक कि पर्जन्य नाथा पशवः. For pashus, who is the natha? Parjanya only. When it rains, then only the green grass, they can graze and be happy. Therefore, in their own way, they must be praying to the Lord for the timely rains and growth of grass. Otherwise, shoshit ho jate hain, they die. Second is Rajana Mantri Bandhavaha. Who are the Bandhava to the Raja? The Mantris are the ones. See how much ever great leader we are. Unless we have the helping people around, our plans cannot be executed. That's how Puja Gurudev knew it. For him to do the work, he needs to have an organization and it should have the members in that, and they should be given importance and value. That's how the trusts work there. Every committees have come up, and then the amount of work through them Gurudev could do, and they helped him. It has spread all over the world. So he is a Raja in that work, and these are all mantris, and they acted as Bandhava. I'm just telling, in any organization also, the policy makers, the conceivers may be the Rajanaha, but unless the executive directors and all of them are not there, executors, how can the plans can be implemented? So too, the Raja should have the mantris only as Bandhava, and that Bandhava mantri should be very well protected and taken care. देखो, जिन मंत्रियों को आप ठीक नहीं करोगे, देखभाल नहीं करोगे, वही आपके शत्रु बनकर दे जॉइन द अदर पार्टी एंड ऑल योर सीक्रेट दे रिवील देयर, सर्वम सत्यानाश हो जाता है. एंड व्हाई अननेसेसरली दोज मंत्रीज लीव यू एंड गो only when you have not taken care of them. And how to take care of them? By knowing that they are bandhava. Have that beautiful bandha and anubandha towards them. The relation of give and take. Rajana Mantri Bandhava. Third one, Patayaha Bandhavaha Strinam. For the women, the Pati is everything. When she expresses all that service and loving attitude, he will give his life only for her and take care. Such a beautiful relation that is. Fourth one is what? Brahmanaha Veda Bandhavaha. For the Brahmana, who are the Bandhava? Veda. See, today's Puja Gurudev Jayanti, in the introduction also we say in the morning, we are all studying Shastra, therefore we are all in a way that way Brahmana. And for us, who are the Bandhava? Veda. Therefore, again we committed today that for next 1 year solid, every day we are going to have our Upanishad in the morning. छोड़ेंगे हम क्यों छोड़ना है भाई मजा आ रहा है it may be difficult sometimes thought is sublime even so what that's all prakriti that's all taken care ईश्वर गुरु कृपा उपासना से वो ठीक होता भी रहेगा but that should not overpower our commitment for study therefore for the brahmana the vedas are bandhava for the wife the husband for the king the mantris and for all the pashus the reina so here what is said you are raja you should have proper mantris to guide you you have such a country mantri like Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, Shakuni. They only misguide you, Baba. That is what is the thing. So these are all the tips which work at various levels of our life's conduction. And Vidura is such a great na सबके लिए जो जरूरत guidance है दे दिया. And you this is like a supermarket. Vidura Neethi is you go and whatever the chamber you want to enter and you select what you need. That's how it is. Then manane satyena rakshate dharmaha vidya yogena rakshate mrujaya rakshate rupam kulam vruttena rakshate. See, dharmo rakshate rakshate की तरह four things are spoken here. We just touch it. We'll see elaborate tomorrow. Ki satyena rakshate dharmaha. So the dharma is protected by the satya, means commitment to that and practice of it. Then vidya yogena rakshate. The knowledge is protected only by one technique of abhyas, 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 abhyas. If you stop doing the abhyasa, the knowledge is gone. Whether it is the sangeetam, you have it, but if you don't do abhyasa, whether it is driving the car or it's cooking at home, even your yoga asanas, exercises, everyone has knowledge hai. Abhyas nahi kya chala jata hai. Like this knowledge of giving Shastra Jnanam, if I stop doing all this satsang for 2-3 months, all that goes away. Therefore, I don't give it up. Till we die, last moment, every day, wherever opportunity comes, we keep on having our Swadhyaya Pravachanam. Today we say Satyam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha Arutam cha Swadhyaya Pravachane Navasya Swadhyaya Pravachane cha Manusham cha Swadhyaya Pravachane cha. All the things in Taittiriya we chanted today. Satyamati Satyavacha Rati Tara Tavi Tavonishta Paurishti. Swadhyaya Pravachane iti Nako Maudgaliha Tadditavaha Tadditavaha. Swadhyaya Pravachana is the highest tapasya we are going to study in our Upanishad. So, what we are saying here, the Vidya Yogena Rakshate. Only through yoga or abhyasa, the knowledge is protected. Mrujaya Rakshate Rupam. Then how your beauty is protected? By proper bathing and coloring and cosmetics, etc. Then Kulam Vruttena Rakshate. You enter Kula is protected by the Kula Vrutti. That Kula Vritti, a professional Vritti is different, a disciplined Vritti is different. Like the Vaishya. The Vaishya Vritti outside is Vartakata. But they should have an inner disciplines also. The Vaishya, they have their own Ishtadevata, they have the mutual wonderful way of relation and all. वो भी अंदर का वृत्ति होता है ये दोनों बनाओ तो कुल का रक्षा होता है therefore by the vritti the kula rakshana is done by the marjanam ityadi rupa rakshanam is done by nirantara abhyasa yoga the vidya rakshanam is done and by the satya the dharma's protection is done satyena rakshate dharma same way manena rakshate dhanyam ashwan rakshत्यनुक्रमः abhikshna darshanam gahacha siryo rakshaha kuchelatah that's one Mane rakshate dhanya. Is it interesting? One of the point is interesting. I'll touch it. See tomorrow. Manena rakshate dhanyam. Then the dhanyam is protected by the proper mana, the kolamana, the measuring rod. Otherwise, वो 2 किलो दे रहा हूँ करके वो 1.5 किलो दिया तो these days in today's modern generation we don't know but we have gone through all this natak we have seen it in our life कि वो तेल का होता तो आधा किलो का they used to we don't have never had the packet type of these things that time वो अपना ले जाते थे स्टील का बर्तन, फिर वहाँ वो उनके पास होते थे 100 ग्राम से लेकर 50 ग्राम, छटाक कहते हैं यहाँ, 50 ग्राम, 100 ग्राम, सवा 100 ग्राम, 250 ग्राम, पाव किलो, आधा और किलो, 2 किलो, ये सब वो व्हाट दे डू, sorry, for the tail, those vessels would be there. They used to do what, the vessel का नीचे के भाग को वो ऊपर धक्का देते थे. Then we think that तो ये 250 ग्राम का है, he will fill it and give it. From up above you see, it is full, and थोड़ा 2 चम्मच ज़्यादा भी डालते हैं वो. Till you observe कि नीचे से वेसल को उसे ऊपर दबाया, उस कारण though the vessel is filled, it is only 200 gram, not 250. And that way it is cheated so much, so much. एंड दे वो होता था ना तराजू, उसके नीचे एक मैग्नेट लगाते थे वो 25-50 ग्राम का, एंड देन कांटा तो दिखाता है सीधा बीच में, बट नीचे 50 ग्राम, दे यूज्ड टू हैव ऑल दोस नाटक. दैट इज व्हाई ही सेज मानेन रक्षते धान्यम. विथ प्रॉपर मेजरमेंट द धान्य इज प्रोटेक्टेड. Ashwan Rakshati Anukramaha means what? The horses and all those things are protected by the regular training and exercises given to them. Abhikshna Darshanam Gahacha. How to protect the cattle like Gai, etc. You have to be always monitor them. Else what? As I told you, कोई रस्सी को गले में डालकर मार लेंगे, कोई दलदल में गिर जाएंगे, कोई कांटे में फंसेंगे, कोई नदी में गिर जाएंगे, कोई रेलवे ट्रैक पे चले जाते हैं. Every day, hundreds of animals die in villages because they went onto the track. The people have not seen it all over the world. So the cows have to protect all the time. Any disease can attack it. Such thing happens. So why continuous darshanam? The guy are protected. Striya raksha kuchelata. The women have to be protected by kuchela. Means keeping them disciplined in terms of all the kuchela include all the avarana ityadi. More alankara, avarana, all of that, if they are given permission, then they start becoming extroverted. Kuchelata. Interesting point. So this is how the Vidura Neethi keeps on guiding us. And as I said, the thoughts are giving us one idea, but the implementation of that is in so many aspects of life, which we have to work out. And each of them, like the Vedanta Shastra Tattva, like the Navada Bhakti, like the Chittavritti Nirodha, this also has to be studied every day and contemplated. According to Vidurji, what is the lesson today learnt, or how we have to behave in this context or that program or this activity or that undertaking or in this relation. इस तरह से मनन चिंतन करते हैं तो द इंटेलेक्ट गेट्स ओपनड अप. सी हमें ना एक मेच्योर्ड लाइफ भी जीना जरूरी है along with our sadhana. All that is taught by Vidura Neethi. That's why we gave it Common Sense or Sensibility series. We'll continue in the evening. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha.